sit down on our sewing machine is we're going to turn on our light because it's going to make it easier to thread the machine. We're going to turn our hand wheel towards us so our thread taker upper is in the up position. Now, we're going to take our spool of thread and put it on the spool pin. Make sure you get that. It's now on the spool pin. Next step, and on the old sewing machines, everything just clicks in. I then click it behind here. And if you look here, this is very important. This is a good thing to look in on. There's a piece of metal. You actually want the metal, the thread to be between both pieces of metal. I go down, and then I come up. And if you look at the instructions, it says to go from left to right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from left to right, and I have to actually click it in to the circle. So make sure you guys see the circle here. It's clicked in. Then, again, click it in the front. And do you see? I don't have to tuck anything anywhere. They literally just clip in. Then, I take the very end of my thread. I hold it as close to the end as I can, and it's going to go through the eye of the needle. Now, only after the needle has been threaded can you actually do your bobbin. So now, we take the bobbin and we put it in the letter P position. Do you guys see how it's supposed to look like a P? Mm-hmm. That's the leg of the P and that's the top. You drop it into the bobbin case, and then there's a crack. I use my finger and I hold it, and everybody listening very carefully. Did you hear that little click? That means my bobbin is now locked in. So I take my thread in my left hand, and I take my right hand and I put it on the hand wheel. And we all know that we turn the hand wheel towards us. I want everybody looking in here at the bobbin when I'm doing this, okay? I'm going to turn the hand wheel, and I want you to actually watch to see how your sewing machine works. In a second, do you see that? That's my top thread. It's actually going to catch the bobbin thread. I keep turning my hand wheel towards me. It catches it, and it actually lifts it up. I know to stop because my thread taker upper is back up at the top, but I'm not quite done. I've got to give this guy a little shake, and what do I get? A loop. I now pull the loop and my extra thread to the back of the sewing machine. Now, so that you don't have to ask me how to do this every time, you look inside your machine and you have to have 2 straight lines of thread. So can you girls get in there to see that? 2 straight lines. If they're crisscrossed, or if they're not in there, your machine will jam every time. Now, the other thing you need to check is, does my bobbin have a line of thread across it? Does my bobbin? You can see that purple line across it. And it does. That means the bobbin's done. And that's how you thread your sewing machine.